Yellow. All right. Leg day today. Total leg deconstruction is going to happen today. All right. We are going to be breaking down some tissues, some muscle fibers in the leg. I figured out what the actual muscle fibers are called. I was planning on saying that. Sound very scientific, but forgot what they were called. So, hitting squats. Sure, we'll hit some leg press, some quad extension, or leg extensions, whatever. Hamstring curls, and probably call it a day. We're just looking to, today I'm really focused on absolutely destroying my legs. We hit a good leg extension hamstring curl last time. This time I want to say we might finish off on Smith machine rather than leg press or something. Maybe we'll hit like a good warm up, hit like 2 working sets on squats, and then go to some leg extension and hamstring curls, kind of burn out there, and then maybe we'll just sit on either Smith machine or leg press and just smash our legs until there's nothing left. Kind of actually really feeling like just absolutely not being able to walk for the next week. So we might get after it today. That's the plan anyways. That's the plan every day, is to get after it. But I feel like, I was watching some Sam Sulek yesterday for inspiration. I feel like he pushes himself more than I push myself in the weight room. So I got up my game. I thought I was doing a pretty good job, and then I watched a chest day of his, and I was like, man, his chest is getting absolutely destroyed. My chest isn't feeling like that, right? Been feeling pretty good, right? But I mean, he looked like he was putting in some work that I'm not putting in. But I also think that's part of the learning curve, right? He's been doing it for X amount of years, however many years he's been doing it. And I'm sure he went through stages of learning as well. And so I got to go through the same thing. Can't become good at something without trial and error. So I just got to make sure every single day that I'm pushing it to the limits every day, because that's the plan, especially for this workout plan that we're kind of doing. We're pushing it to the limits every day. I don't have like a 5x5 of 5 different exercises where we're hitting 25 sets to completely exhaust the muscle with volume. I'm working on completely exhaust the muscles as fast as possible and get the biggest pump as possible. Kind of almost like, it's not like I'm racing, but almost in the shortest amount of time possible. More like shortest amount of sets than time, right? Because I don't mind being in there for like 45 to an hour. So more of shortest amount of sets, but at the same time does come into factor, because I don't want to be in there for 2 hours. So yeah, we are feeling pretty pumped up after watching that video last night. I'm like, I could do a better job of getting after it in the gym. And hey, you might have to maybe go out and search. If you're feeling like you're hitting a plateau in the gym or in whatever you're doing, maybe you got to go and watch a video or two of someone that's a professional doing what you're doing, right? Maybe you got to go and get some inspiration to kind of push you, and maybe the next day you hit the next level. Because I'm not a huge guy on motivation, right? Motivation comes and goes, but it's discipline that keeps you going every single day. But I'll tell you what, motivation's good to kind of keep you on the right track, right? You starting to, not that I was straying away, but maybe I wasn't pushing myself as hard as I should be, and got some motivation last night from Sam, and maybe that's what you got to do too every once in a while for anything, right? Whether or not you're trying to start a business or wrestling or whatever. I don't think motivation's a bad thing, but I also think it's a short-term thing, right? So I'll be motivated today, but who knows about tomorrow? And then, but tomorrow, if I'm not motivated, then it's my discipline kicking in, making sure that I'm pushing myself the right way. But really right now, I'm focused on figuring out how to push myself to there, right? I think that's a big thing in the weight room and cardiovascular-wise as well, is like me, I've wrestled for, the past I don't know, 16 or 18 year, whatever it is. I don't really know how long. A long time though. And I know how to push myself in a wrestling workout, right? If I want to go in and get dead tired, I know how to do that from a cardiovascular standpoint. I know how to go on an Airdyne bike and absolutely smash my lungs until I can't breathe anymore, right? I don't really know how to do that from a muscular standpoint. I know the science behind it. I know how your muscles work and how, the hypertrophy and fatigue and stuff like that. I know that stuff pretty well. But I don't know how to physically go in there and exhaust my muscle and get the best pump possible. And I think it's mainly, I'm figuring out a little bit with my triceps. Because that tricep push downs, I was always like, oh, I can't do much weight. But then I just kind of added the weight, and it's not that like all of a sudden I could do it, right? Or I told myself I could do it. It's more of like when it gets hard, I think I tend to go on the side of like, oh, I can't do this weight. But I can do it. It's just going to be super, super hard to do, right? And like cardiovascular wise, I can do that. I can push into that hard place and do it. Muscle wise, I struggle doing that. And I tend to like almost quit per se and like move the weight down instead of doing like multiple hard reps. So I need to work on that. And that's what we're planning on working on today is when it gets hard, freaking pushing through and smashing those reps still. So without further ado, let's get into this one. All right, during warm-ups, my hip was feeling a little, not loosey-goosey, but like kind of, those feels to it. So I'm not going to go up in weight this week, but I am going to try to hit more reps than I did last week. So we're at 185 again. I want to say I was like around that 6 to 8 rep. Maybe we can hit 10 to 12 today. That way we're still getting that, what's that muscle over, what is that called? I'm blanking on the name right now. Where you go up in weight every week. Whatever. Progressive overload. That's what, I don't know why I was blanking on that. But so more volume or more weight. Those are your two. So that's my hips feeling a little iffy right now. I'm going to go more volume and stick with the same weight rather than go more weight. If my hip was feeling good, I would have added more weight this week. But so we'll see how it feels. Probably only get hit like 2 sets here, and then we'll focus on leg extensions, hamstring curls. Oh, okay. Alright, that was 10. Like I said last week, we're going to have to just kind of slowly get into squats. I don't know, every other movement feels good, but I'm still struggling on squats, so which is fine. We'll just slowly move into it. There's no point in me rushing to heavyweight and then getting hurt. So, and then I can't train legs at all, right? So we'll just keep slowly working into it. All right. that's probably going to be it for me here. Like I said, my hip's just not feeling it today. So no need to work it. I'll just pull my legs out another way and focus on those movements. And we'll just come back to squat next week. So, all right, we're going to try to burn these up here. Might be here for a good amount of sets if they feel good. So, and then hit hamstring curls. And then we're going to burn them up somewhere else as well. So let's go. Okay. Probably have another 45 for the next set and keep going. Okay. I really have to start stacking with 45s. I don't want to be doing 16 reps every time. But yeah, we'll be here for a couple more sets. All right, we are getting in the realm of ego lifting on this one right here. Got 4 45s and a 25. We'll see how it feels. I just don't want to be hitting 16 reps here, 16, 17 reps. I'd rather, I know those partials don't really count as full reps, but I'd rather be in like the 12 range, right? Maxing out my full reps at like 6 or 7 and then hitting partials up to 12 or something like that. So I'm just trying to find a weight that works. We might hit a little leg extension marathon today. I don't know. I'm feeling good on these. I just feel like I need more after every set, so we'll keep hitting these until they don't. So, all right, last set here. Okay, hamstring curl and finish. I feel like one of those French girls on this thing. Here we go. Okay, we'll bump it up for 1 or 2 more sets and then move on. Oh, God, okay. That's good for those. Let's move on to our last movement. Damn it. Okay. All right. We tested this out. This is going to be heavy. That's what we're looking for. So, strategy for this is hit as many reps as I can. And then Camille will come in and try to hit like a couple failure reps, basically. Just help me enough to get it up. This could go disastrous. Could go really good. Don't know. Never hit these. So, we'll see how it goes. Okay, Camille, ready? Okay. Two more. Okay. All right. All right. That's it for today. Huh. That was good. We'll see you guys in the car. All right. I'll tell you what, after a workout like that, that is where performance enhancing drugs would come in handy. It will be a little bit till these legs are recovered from that. I'm going to make sure I get home pretty quick here today and start cooking up some salmon and rice and eat a bunch of it. Also, get a bunch of water in too. Really bad on my hydration lately, so yeah, I've kind of been bad on our sleep as well. But not really, because we've been going to bed later, but we've been waking up later too. So I'm still getting the same amount of sleep. It's just different sleep, I guess. Man, I'll tell you what, we came in today with the efforts of destroying every single muscle fiber in our legs, and honestly, I think we did a pretty good job of that. Hit a little more sets than we used to. Trying to remember exactly how many sets we hit. 2 on squat, I think 4 on leg extension. Was it 2 or 3 on hamstring curl, and then 1 final one there. So what is that? 2, 6. I guess only 10, but 10, 11, somewhere in there. But man, it was a good one. Those leg extensions just felt good, so I just kept doing them. And then I finally really was like, okay, I've had enough of that. We could move on from that. But I actually I made a video on cardio, right, where I was doing stance in motion. And which I appreciate this guy, commented and watching my videos, he commented, cardio is the opposite of getting massive. Like, those don't go together. One, not true. Not true at all. I think the myth of cardio ruins gains is highly overrated. And like I said, Sam Solik preaches he does cardio every single morning, right? And that's just one guy. I'm sure those other guys do cardio as well. I guarantee it. I could guarantee you. Getting massive is about caloric intake. If I'm eating more calories than I'm burning, I am in excess calorie. And that means I'm gaining weight. So no matter what I'm eating, that scale should go up. As long as I'm eating more calories than I'm burning throughout a day. So if I go in and I hit cardio for 300 calories, that just means I have 300 more calories I need to eat for the day. And as long as I get that 300 calories in plus, I'm good to go. So, right, your body burns, I don't know, maybe 2,000 calories per day on its own. So that means I got to eat, well, maybe a little less than that. I want to say it's more like 1,800. But so that means I need to eat at least 1,800 calories just for my body, right? Just for my body to run itself. Now, plus my workout. So I don't know how many calories I burn lifting weights. I don't have a Whoop or anything like that to track that. So we'll just assume, right, that it's around 300 to 500. So, and I would go to guess that's high. So there we go. Now we're at 2,200 maybe, right? 2,300 plus my 300 calories of cardio. That's 2,800-ish, right? We're still in an excess with 2,800. And then, I think I think you should be eating, just with walking around, right? You're probably not just sitting at home the rest of the time, right? So just with walking around and stuff. I think you should probably be up in that range of, I don't know, when I hit a bulk, I was trying to hit 3,500 calories every single day, which is tough to do. And that worked for me, right? One summer I gained, I think, I don't know, maybe 15 pounds. Obviously, that's not all muscle, but that's mass on your body, which is the goal. So cardio is just going to help you when you're hitting heavy weight and squats. Instead of being out of breath after a set, right? After a heavy set, you're not out of breath, right? Cardio helps with that kind of stuff. So that way I don't come into the gym and I'm just a musclehead idiot. And after I hit a set of squats, I'm absolutely exhausted and I have to sit on the gym floor for 6 minutes looking like a pathetic loser getting ready for my next set, right? When I hit cardio, now I can hit a set of squats or bench and I can rest for 2-3 minutes, right, at a steady pace, and then I can go hit another hard set rather than hating my life because I'm out of breath and I have absolutely no cardio. It also helps you just in daily life if you want to run around, right? Like I'm a very active person. I coach wrestling, which I need cardio for, and we play games like dodgeball, kickball, football, right? We play games for warm-ups. So I need cardio. I can't be out of breath while I'm wrestling a high schooler. I can't be getting winded when I go to a college practice and wrestle around with those guys, right? So I need cardio. That's what cardio is for. If you want to lift and get big and bulk without cardio, that's fine. It's going to work, right? But if you want to be, an in shape human being and actually be able to run around and be athletic, which is while I want to get bigger, I also want to be athletic. I want to be able to do things and be an athlete. So if you want to do that, you're going to need to hit cardio because as you pack on more muscle, you need more blood flow and oxygen to go to those muscles. And if you don't have good cardio, it's not going to get there. So, like I said, I appreciate that guy commenting and watching my videos and giving his opinion because I always like to hear other people's opinions. But it's definitely not ruining your gains. As long as you're disciplined and eating eating enough calories, it's honestly only helping your gains because you can hit more sets and not be out of wind and not look, you can be a little bit athletic. But enough on that. We're going to get some food in us. I appreciate you guys watching. Hit that like and sub button. We'll see you next time.